Yo, welcome back to another episode of Timmymon Duel Links. In this video, we're gonna check out the KC Cup. The KC Cup is currently still going on, but because I can't play anymore, we're gonna do a recap for my KC Cup experience. And spoilers, I love this KC Cup. But before we get into this video, make sure you check out my sponsors, YGOsingles.com. If you play the TCG, you want to buy the latest TCG cards, make sure you check out YGOsingles.com. They've got all of the latest cards at all of the cheapest prices, and using the discount code Timmymon, you get 5% off your entire purchase. And also, I want to give a huge thanks to everyone who left me a birthday comment, and everyone who it genuinely means a lot to me, and yeah, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So in this video, I want to start off by showing you the decks that I played for the KC Cup. Amazons. The reason I loved Amazons, or the reason I thought Amazons would do really well, was just because of the meta, how the meta was shaping up to be. I think this has a pretty good vampire matchup, even though I know a lot of other vampire players would say otherwise. The good thing about this build is it doesn't just require your Amazons as a win condition. We play the Floodgates and Massive Morph. With the Endless Trap Hell, you can use these multiple times, so it can be quite easy to lock your opponents out. Sometimes you can win just using locking them out from summoning monsters and decking them out. A lot of the times you can steal wins with Massive Morph plus Swordswoman. Of course, you can win normally just with Princess. When I was playing this deck, I felt like a lot of Amazon players, they didn't know how to play the mirror match. They would lose to Floodgates, or they would lose to running out of cards, or like not having a big enough Endless Trap Hell turn. In the mirror, what I like to do was I like to use Princess's effect and get rid of trap cards, so then I could have a really big Endless Trap Hell and shuffle all of those cards back into the deck. What happens is you also thin your deck from all your monsters. Your card quality also goes up, and you also have a monster advantage. A lot of people they didn't do that. They just set their cards and played, and they didn't have that sort of mindset. So because of that, I think I had probably a 90 or a 95% win rate with Amazon mirror match. Most of my losses were to for hires, heroes using like True Nade, and you just get OTK'd, and there's nothing that you can do about it. That's one of the reasons I decided to switch. So I peaked at 37k, I fell back down to 30k, and after I fell back down, I switched over to, so this was the second deck that I played. After I fell down to 30k, I just played this and climbed to a peak of 41k. If you have Twitter, make sure you follow me at Timmy_Chew. This is something that I posted to Twitter. I peaked in my region. I was third. I was quite pleased with the result. You know, I missed the first day, but I was still able to catch up and place in the top 3. This is what I stopped at because I had work today, so I couldn't continue playing. Because of this, like it did really boost my confidence. If I was able to play the entire weekend, I could have a fair shot at the top 10 global. That's something that I can't say the same about other formats. I really enjoy this format because I felt like the mirror matches, apart from heroes, even for hire was okay, but apart from heroes, I think all of the decks were quite skillful. You had to know what you're doing. This was the build that I played for vampires. I wanted to change Treacherous Trap. I wanted to play BLS. I had to play 6 starters because I don't want to lose games where I just don't have a starter. I'd rather have 2 starters than have 0 starters. So that's why I played the 6 of these. I would lose more games not having a starter than having too many. Overall, I think this was good. I think you can't play just with 1 grace, you need the 2nd grace. So apart from all of that, I really like where the format is at the moment. This KC Cup to me was really fun because you can use skillful decks and do well and get rewarded for it. So I think Amazons, they're quite a skillful deck because it requires long-term planning, and for vampires as well, I think it's a very technical deck. It's something that I really like. So if you play hours of vampires, then the better players will get to the top. I'm really happy about this KC Cup, and I hope that the formats for the upcoming KC Cups will be just as good as this one. The negative about this KC Cup is that there's only the 1 reward. Everything else apart from first place is kind of irrelevant, and because of that, there are quite a lot of cheaters and hackers on the ladder at the moment. So there are some obvious ones that DC you when the game starts, and then there are some less obvious ones that maybe play their good hands, but for their bad hands they'll time stall you and make you DC after that. And there are also all sorts of APK hackers as well, or cheaters. Everyone's trying to get to that first place, and unfortunately people are using third-party programs to get there. So ultimately, if they do fix the problems with the third-party mod users, which I know they're trying to do, keep the format fresh, a good format that rewards good players, slightly more incentives to play rather than just the top spot, this is a very good direction for the state of Duel Links. So that's it for me for today. I'm going to leave you guys with some replays that I played during the Casey Cup using Amazons. Okay. Peace out, guys. See ya.
Duel! Duel! Duel!